Let's get into the meat and potatoes of Visual Studio Code customization. And by that, I mean referring to the extensions gallery. The extensions gallery in VS Code is kind of like your mobile device app store. It is full to the brim. It is overflowing with cool extensions and customizations and add-ons that people have made, the community at large has made, not just Microsoft themselves, but everyone. You could even make your own extensions and deploy them to the extensions gallery if you wanted. To get to the extensions gallery, you'll find it on the toolbar here. You can also see the shortcut is Control-Shift-X or Command-Shift-X if you are on Macintosh. And that'll fly out a little extensions bar, a gallery search. And there's a couple of options here that you can see. To begin with, it shows me the enabled or installed extensions that I have already. In my case, I just have an icon theme and a color theme installed. Below that is a section of recommended extensions. So based on the things that you already have installed, what else might you want to install? And that's what this little green star in the upper corner means, that it's recommended based on things that I've done recently. And even down here, you'll notice there's a disabled flag. I don't have any disabled, but if you wanted to, when you have an extension installed, instead of uninstalling it, you can actually just disable it and turn it off briefly. And you can re-enable it whenever you would like. You'll also notice that the extensions have a nice page available here, a document, a README that shows you what the extension's all about. Whenever you look up an extension, the good ones anyways, are going to have a really nice document here listing and showing, describing what the extension does. For example, if we search for Python in our extensions marketplace, here's a recommended one, Python, and yeah, I can see I got this great page down here that's telling me exactly what this does, what it's going to do for me, how to use it sometimes, and even some links for documentation and support on how to use it. Installing an extension is as easy as selecting it here in the extensions marketplace and clicking the install tab right on the top of this little panel. Once it is finished installing, you see that has now been changed to uninstall, and I can delete this and see that it's now listed in my enabled extensions. In case you're wondering where the extensions are installed, well, it's slightly different in every operating system, but here in Windows, it's located in your users folder. If you look here, there is a .vs code subfolder, and in there is an extensions folder. So I can select this, and I can see each extension that's installed, along with the version number, which is included in the extension name. That's going to vary slightly, so on Linux and Macintosh, it's going to be in a slightly different folder, but generally speaking, it's in your home folder. Look for this .vs code folder, and that's where the extensions are installed. Another important thing when you're looking for extensions, let's say we want to use Go inside of VS Code, is to know whether or not you've got the extension that you really generally want. And there's a lot of ways to know that, right? You can Google search on the internet for extensions that do what you want it to do. One quick way that you can look up is by these two numbers up here. When I select an extension, notice that there is a little cloud with an arrow. That is the install count. This extension, for example, has 11 million installs. It's got nearly 5 stars. It's probably a good extension. If I want to write code, Go code inside of VS Code, this is probably the extension that I want to use. And that's important because you notice when I search for Go, there's a lot of options that come back here. There's Go Outliner, Go Test Explorer, Go Critic. There's all sorts of different things. Down here somewhere is, look at this, VS Code-Go-Syntax. Here's another Go syntax highlighter for VS Code. Is this the one I want? I don't know, maybe. It's got 11,000 downloads. It's not few, but it's not as many as 11 million. So you can use that to quickly determine whether or not this is an extension that the community at large is using and relying on in order to do whatever particular thing that they want to do. A few other things that you can do with the extensions marketplace. If you click this little ellipsis up here for more actions, you can show installed, show outdated, enabled, disabled, built-in, recommended, popular. You can also look up a bunch of different filters by typing @ here. Once you type in @, let's take a look at, for example, category. These are the different categories of extensions that I can look up. So if I need a linter, I can go to category linters, and this is going to give me all the linters in the extensions gallery. Then if I happen to know that I want a linter specifically for YAML, as an example, I can type YAML after that, and that's going to filter down to the things that are in the linters category that reference YAML. So here is a YAML extension that includes a YAML linter. Boom, I've got it. Same thing if I want to look up, for example, themes. Come down here to category themes. These are all the themes that are available in the extension gallery. Remember, themes change the look, the colors of your Visual Studio Code window, and I can filter down my themes to different ones. For instance, there's a Dracula theme. It's kind of cool looking. So you can find different things in the extensions marketplace by using the @ symbol here. You can also choose to sort, which can be important. So if you want to sort, for instance, by the number of installs, we talked about how that can be important to represent how popular a particular add-on is. Here I am sorting by installs. There's a C++ install with 26 million installs. I bet that's the C++ extension that I want to use with Visual Studio Code. So that covers the extensions gallery in VS Code. I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.